Aural Trainer, describing notable features for Grade 8 Oral. At Grade 8, the knowledge requirements are basically the same as for Grade 7. The difference in this grade is that you will need to describe the notable features of a piece without specific questions from the examiner. Of course, as it says in the syllabus, the examiner will prompt the candidate if this becomes necessary, but bear in mind that a distinction is given for musically perceptive and confident responses, whereas a fail is described in the marking criteria as uncertain or vague responses. So, it is important to prepare for this section a list of things to listen out for. Some features might immediately be more obvious and jump out at you from hearing the piece the first time. But have the following list in mind, concentrating mostly on the last 4 items. That is, character, style and period, texture, and structure. Now you will hear 3 extracts, and at the end of each, a model answer will appear. Of course, there may be other features you notice, so feel free to add them to the comments below to help other students taking the Grade 8 oral tests. Extract number 1. This piece is from a Beethoven Sonata and is in 3 sections, with the first and last being similar, ABA ternary form. More precisely, it can be described as a minuet and trio, a popular form used in the classical period characterized by its 3-in-a-bar dance-like style. In the first playing of the opening section, the minuet, there are repeats used, but when it is played again after the trio, the repeats are not used. Syncopation is common throughout this piece, with the melodic figures often starting before the bar line and then being tied over onto the first beat of the next bar. Despite the syncopation, the music is basically homophonic, but the trio section has a slightly thinner texture, replacing the thicker chords of the minuet with simpler octaves in the trio. Extract number 2. fugue from the Baroque period, where different voices appear in turn imitating each other. In this instance, there are 3 voices, which enter in ascending order, starting with the lowest. The character of this piece is a lively dance in 6/8 time, and more precisely a jig, one of the popular dance forms of the Baroque period. Extract number 3. This piece comes from the early 20th century and has a blues style characterized by the frequent use of sevenths chords, swing rhythms, and chromatic grace notes. The homophonic texture is interesting in that the melody is lower than the very regular pulsing chords of the right hand. If you found this video useful, please give it a like and be sure to subscribe to stay up to date with new uploads. Thank you for listening.